Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Diablo 3. My name is Wilfred, and in this video I'm going to play a little bit of GR85. Never been done before, at least me and my wife, because in previous seasons or even the non-season, I think we do about like 75 or 80 around about that. So it's going to be rather exciting. Play with my friend as well, Straightdope. So three of us were trying to do 85 because just because we want to try, never done before. But I think there's still quite a lot of opportunity for improvement in terms of our gear and so on. But I'll get to that in just a bit. So this video is really about the recap of our journey so far. This season 13, we have managed to achieve the Guardian status, which is basically the end of the journey. So we're going to talk a little bit about the highs and lows of this season 13, as well as what's next for us. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So definitely the couple of high points is that Demon Hunter turns out to be a lot more fun than we thought it is, and also is really effective as well. I was talking to my friend as well, who has been left the game for quite some time, about how amazing Demon Hunter is after the update. I think after Necromancer, there has been some update, on generally all the classes. So it could be after the update, all the buff and so on, Necromancer, Demon Hunter is getting a lot more like fun or effective. So that is possibly one of the high points. And also because my wife and I are actually using different kind of set of gears as well as build. So when two of us play together, it's actually quite easier. It's a lot easier for us to gear up, because there are items that I would not use, and vice versa. The only thing in common is possibly the Traveler's Pledge, as well as the Compass Rose, the ring and the amulet set. Beyond that, we are using completely different stuff. I'm using the Shadow Mantle kind of set for the Impel build. My wife is using the Natalia and Marauder for the Sentry and Companion build. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot more effective, definitely, when two Demon Hunters are just like gearing up together on different set. And I think generally that would be our strategy going forward if we are continue to play the Diablo 3 season journey. So another high point is also this is our third season. We've started with season 11, then we have 12, then we have 13. So each season we enter, things get a little bit faster. Maybe it comes with the experience. You sort of know what you're doing, and you sort of know what kind of thing you should pay attention to and so on. So in general, it get a lot more efficient, shall I say, as we continue to do one journey after the other. Also, slightly different approach from the Crusader, which is the season 12. Season 11 was Necromancer, by the way. The main difference was that for Crusader, I think we were getting a little bit too aggressive in our ambition. So we probably a lot of time we weren't that ready, but we keep pushing to as high as possible, and it has quite a lot of negative effect to it, because first of all, the farm efficiency is not quite there, and also I would say the in a Greater Rift, if you shall get defeated, you only have 3 chances to level a gem versus 4 chances. So overall efficiency is not quite there. But now, I mean, as you can see on my video, last video was the Greater Rift 80. This is 85. So far, there hasn't been any defeat. There are some moments when I pop the awareness. Inevitably, when things are so hard, sometimes you just make mistake here and there. But I think by and large, after the awareness being popped, I usually get a little bit cautious on the approach, like try to stay a little bit behind, try to buy some time just to make sure that the debuff wear off before I get a little bit aggressive again. So yeah, I mean, that is overall some of the high points that I've learned, not to get too ambitious. So for this Demon Hunter, my wife and I have been taking it quite easily, and we just try to not go too far from where we can possibly do. So I mean that is definitely one of the takeaway point for us. I always thought that we have to roll a top build in order to enjoy the end game content, but it turns out that it is not necessarily true all the time, because while my wife actually took the top build, which is the Sentry kind of build, I took the fourth one, I think. So the Impel build is actually the fourth build, ranked number 4 by IC Vein website, which is where it's a very reliable place for us to sort of gather information. So we sort of like get to a places whereby I'm rather tanky, and I can see my limit at a higher rift, because I don't think I'm killing as fast as I would be in some of the other scenarios, like in a lower rift. So but it's a lot more tanky compared to, say, my wife or my friend Straightdope, which tend to get one shot here and there rather easily. So it's just one of those things. Maybe every class, every build has its own utility, but I'm rather happy that maybe because my wife is with me playing as well, so we complement each other rather well. She can do a lot of sustained damage as well as AoE. I'm better in sort of like just going in front, slowing the targets down, getting a little bit tanky to attract some of the mobs onto me as a Demon Hunter. So I think that is how we usually do it. So quite a few high points, and also like I said before, things actually happen quite fast as well for us to get to the Guardian status. But there are some maybe some kind of low point as well. Is we never quite like the set dungeon, and this season doesn't change our view as well. I've talked about it in 2 videos before, how I would want to redesign the set dungeon myself. But I mean, set dungeon in general is kind of frustrating. Keep doing hours. If you are unlucky on the sets, that is rather difficult. So I'd rather not to do it, but it's something that you have to do if you are doing a season journey. And also another thing I find it a little bit frustrating is the Greater Rift 45 solo without the set item. I think the Demon Hunter is very strong with the sets, but without the set, I mean, even with the Paragon kind of level, it's kind of hard. It's very hard to explain, because I've done it last season. We've done it last season with Crusader 45 Greater Rift without any set item. It was very easy, walk in the park. But compared to, say, Demon Hunter, it's just like, I barely made it, and my wife had to try quite a lot of times, over a span of a couple of days just to get better gear and so on. So it's very strange. It's just one of those conquests that we never quite enjoy. And and we are quite glad that the cursed conquest gets sorted out quite alright. We wanted to get more people in. So what happened is that you have to defeat, I think, 350 mobs in a cursed chest, Torment 10. So my problem is always the spirit, because of the what is it called, discipline or hatred actually, because I only get the hatred returned to me when I hit the same target again with Impel. But the Torment 10, I one-shot everything. So when I one-shot stuff, I don't get any hatred back. So I have to rethink my build, and but luckily my wife is on Sentry, so she just laid 5 sentries before we open up the cursed chest. We went on rather straightforward. We got about 365, just the 2 of us. I thought we need to call in more people, like our old friends Zubo or Straightdope, but both of them were not online, so we said, well, give it a shot. But personally, I never liked that the conquest either, because it just involved 2 of us having to keep starting a game until we get the cursed pit kind of thing. a bounty for that particular cursed chest to happen. And I find it always kind of boring. We spend I don't think we spend that much time. Maybe about, between the two of us, maybe 50 to 100 times. I don't know, I can't remember. But we just keep restarting the game until we see a cursed Piet. And I think the last season, we were quite anxious about it. But after that, it's just a matter of time. We just keep clicking. That's about it. So never quite enjoy it. So those are kind of low point, because I think the season journey, I don't really enjoy it that much on those conquests. But at least we got it sorted. So rather happy about it. There are other conquest that's even more upsetting, like 8 set dungeon or whatever. Anyway, this is the second boss on the Greater Rift 85, and is the last of the clip. The next bit is more on the bounty, because let's talk about what's next. So gear wise, I think I need to use the bounty material to reforge my legendaries or set items. Specifically, I think I need to improve on my amulet as well as the ring. So we try to get ancient out from it. But the rest of the item, by and large, are pretty alright. My glove also, although it's not ancient, but it has all the very nice affixes to it, and it doesn't really matter that much anyway, because some of these affixes would not be affected by whether it's ancient or not. The only thing is that you could augment with the gem, legendary gem, should you be using legendary. But I haven't really got to a part whereby I have full legend. I have that many legendary gems to augment. So I think, yes, I think that is about it. By the way, this is the Proven Ground. It's one of my favorite. I always like to open all the shrine. I don't know how you guys do it, but I do it that way. So that is possibly what I want to do. Just keep doing bounty a little bit here and there. I think with 2 people, it's quite fast. In a group, it's even faster, but we just take it easy. What else will we be doing? we will not be doing things like the another class or whatnot. I think basically we just want to go as far as we can. If I can get 85 in the farm status, it will be good, because my wife and I do about 80 rather comfortably. 80 is fine for Greater Rift, but 85 is a little bit trickier. I don't know, haven't really got to the I think we can do it. It's just that it get a little bit more stressful, that's all. But 80 is just comfortable. We don't really have a lot of stress doing that. So I think we will continue doing bounty, doing a little bit of Greater Rift as well. I think overall just enjoy ourselves, see how far we can get. Paragon 800 would be a nice goal for any season anyway, because when you hit 800, basically you can open up all the Paragon kind of pawns, and the rest of it you just put it for the for the dexterity or your primary skill anyway. So yeah, that will be what we'll be focusing on doing, just to get a little bit as far as we can. And I don't think I want to do the rest of the conquest. I think the first time I was doing the season 11, I was quite fixated about doing that, but no, I'm not going to try to finish all the 5 conquests. I think that would be rather insane. But yeah, overall a very enjoyable journey. Season 13, not too stressful. Very happy that things turned out really well. Haven't really thought too far about the season 14 yet, because this season is still continue doing it. But who knows? My wife and I may pick up another class to play for the season 14. Also depending on the overall kind of reward. If there is a nice kind of maybe another ring, another wing, I think that would be good. But by the way, do you like the portrait? I think I like it a lot for the Guardian portrait. I think there's a sphere that by the portrait, which I find it really nice, really nice. So yeah, that's about it. I think we are finishing the bounty here. Just my wife and I recorded this towards the end, and I always enjoy after the bounty have all my items in the all the legendary or set item in my in our stash and just open it in one shot, and it's kind of like, you know, quite satisfying. And by the way, I'm using a broken crown as well while doing bounty, just to get a little bit more kind of like you know, like a little bit more gem to it, because I think you need quite a lot of gems for augmentation of the ancient, and so I'm thinking maybe I should just stock up, because we'll be doing a lot of Greater Rift this season, not enough bounty, and without bounty it's very hard to get gems actually. So yeah, this is the part when I just open up everything, and I just enjoy picking up all the loot, and it's quite a lot of them. If you look at the, you know, a whole bag full of stuff, but as you know how gearing work in the ARPG, once you get to a certain stage, you are not really you know, improving a gear that often. So I end up with a lot of items, but I don't think I'm able to equip any of these items for my, I mean, none of these are of use to me. But anyway, it was fun. So I'll see you next time. I think maybe, you know, once we get the 85 in the more farming status, I'll make another video just to compare between our first time visiting Greater Rift 85 versus, like, you know, when we improve our gear and do a better job with Greater Rift 85. So in any case, thank you so much for following all these like Diablo 3 videos, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing in season 13, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.